Let's go, everybody. Hello, and welcome back to another episode of the LA Poker Roundup. It is August 26th, 2025, and this is episode 95. As always, I am your host, Ty Dauberton, along with my co host, Derek Kwan.
What is up, everyone?
And you may notice this week he is down here instead of over here because we have with us this week a special guest on the show, Mr. Stephen Ma. He just so happens to be the latest banner winner over at the bike. So get used to seeing this man's face. He's going to be at the bike every week from now on. He's got his smiling face up there with the Hall of Champions. Congratulations, Stephen. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me. Always wanted to be on this show with Derek.
Yeah, awesome. Now I don't know about Derek. We've played with Steven several times. He's been grinding for the last year now pretty hard, but I really he got on my radar when kind of funny story when he started messaging Frank about stuff on our LA Poker Roundup Instagram, and I am also logged into that account. So I see him chatting with Frank a whole bunch, and I'm like, Frank, who is this guy? Who's this dude who keeps messaging you all the time? What's going on? And he's like, hey, this guy's really good. I got my eye on him. You got to keep an eye out for this guy. And Frank knows his stuff. Frank knows how to spot talent. If you were putting together a team from LA, I mean, he's the scout you want because he knows. So he didn't take long. Steve's been killing it. Now, I got to show the people this. I have been trying to do a little research on Steven, and there aren't many times we have a guest on here whose entire Hendon mob fits on one screen. So Steven only has 24 results in here on Hendon mob, but man, he's been having one heck of a year. He's already up to 184,000 in cashes now with this one, which isn't even in there yet, more like 300,000 in lifetime cashes. And really, it's not even lifetime cashes because if you take a look, I see you've got two cashes from 2018 and then one from 22 and then nothing really. But then if you just start here in 2024, if you just cut those off completely, that only cuts off like 4,000 in cashes. If we just start in 2024, March of 2024 until now, that's really the entire thing. So really, Steven has racked up about 300,000 in cashes in just less than a year and a half. So
Yeah,
I'm
impressive.
interested to hear the story. This guy's taking off like a rocket. I gotta think that during this time you weren't cashing live, that he was doing something. He was grinding, he was playing, doing something. So we're here to find the story. So Steve, before we get to that, why don't we start a little further back? Like I said, I don't think correct me if I'm wrong, Derek, but I don't think we've ever spoken in person. We played, but I don't think you talked a lot at the table. I don't think we've really had much time to chance to
I think
chat.
Steven might have asked me about like a hand or two once in a blue moon, but that was about it.
Yeah, is that right? You
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah. So, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself? How long have you been here in LA?
Sure. Yeah. Actually, I've been here for a long time. I came here 2012. I went to UCLA for college, and then went to like, East Coast for masters, and then worked there for like 2 years.
Okay.
And then I moved back to LA since 2021.
So, what did you study? What
So
did you
like
work in?
uh do finance, like study finance,
Mm.
do finance, stuff like that. But for poker, to be honest, like the history, like the records of me playing in 2018 to 2023 is actually not me. Must
Really?
be someone else like with the same name. So I just started playing poker for cash starting in like mid 2023
Oh
and
wow.
for tournaments starting from March 2024.
Oh wow.
So
Uh,
I've been playing tournament for like a year and a half.
just so you know,
That's
you
like
can email Hendon and have them separate those results out of your
already.
profile if you'd like. If you'd like. All right, carry on. Carry on.
So the reason that I started getting in touch with like the tournaments because like one time I was playing cash in like commerce and then someone told me there would be like a free roll that I tried out like if you accumulate like certain hours
Mm-hmm.
and I did. I feel like like that's a good that's a totally different game. So that got me intrigued and then I started playing that and then like I first tournament that I ever played for like actually I paid for it is like the 124 winning on the green, like the March one
Mm-hmm.
in bike, and I catch several. And then I get luckily that there was a WSOP like the circuit event in commerce that I played, and then I got the second place for the Mystery Bounty. and then I pulled a big bounty, so that's like I feel like okay, I
Wow.
might have some talent
So
in it.
these were
So
some of your
yeah,
first tournaments that you ever played. Wow. Okay, so hold on. I
yes,
want to get back to
yes,
that, but let's back up just a little bit more. Um, I'm sorry, I missed it when you said when did you move back to LA?
2021, like
2021.
in
Okay, so you came back to LA
November.
2021.
Yeah,
Okay.
yes,
I'm assuming for work or for family or something.
yes,
Okay. So you
for
came back
yes.
2021. That's 2 years no
Mm.
poker. What made you start playing poker?
Uh, I feel like maybe like COVID. I think like the COVID lockdown period, like when we are all locked down in
Mm-hmm.
the home, and somebody or some friends called me like saying like, "Do you want to try it online?" And I started playing with my friends,
Mm.
and then I have a friend who playing poker like since college. He came by, visiting LA, and then like he was the first person actually dragged me to casino to play the cash. So
Okay.
that's why he actually brought me to the
Oh.
floor.
Okay, so we can thank
Yeah, I feel
COVID
like
for
yeah.
Steven coming in and crushing us at these events. That's awesome. So you started playing online. Did you play a lot or did you just play a little bit? You're playing with your friends. Did you guys
No,
play a
I just
ton?
play casually.
Just a little bit. Okay.
No,
So you weren't studying, you
not
weren't hitting the books,
competition.
you were just logging in, playing. How much did you know about poker before you
Yes,
started? You played a little bit, you knew the rules, you knew how it worked, or did you have to?
I was I kind of say I played pretty bad. I didn't I know the rules. I know the basic rules. I know like flush is like it's better than straight stuff like that. But I don't know any strategy, and I don't know like how much the side I should choose.
So
So
so you're
I
telling me
basically started to yeah.
so you're telling me in 2023 you were literally a poker noob, complete new player to the game, barely knew the rules, and now you've got over 300K in cashes in just 2 short years, basically, like 2.5 years, 2022-ish,
2023 that I
2023.
know. Yes, yeah, that's true.
Wow. All
That's
right.
true.
So we're gonna have to hear more about this trajectory because you didn't. Your friend drags you to the casino to go play cash. Did you win?
I play like 2-3, and then after like 1 or 2 months, I started to play 5-5.
2-3 is
But
a
like
miserable
I
game
got
of
really
commerce.
lucky.
Miserable game.
But I got really lucky in commerce that I got a bad beat jackpot like
What?
I can like yes.
Wait a sec. So this guy starts playing cash, hits a bad beat jackpot, plays in the like his fifth tournament ever, roughly, and pulls the biggest bounty and gets second. Holy cow! All right, all right. I'm starting to see the picture, but carry on. You hit yourself a bad beat jackpot for what? How much? Were you at table share? Or did you actually have the winner or the loser?
I got a winning hand. I
You had
got
the
ace
winning
king
hand.
again pocket ten. Yeah,
Wow.
again pocket ten. I
Okay.
flopped three ace, and then I was like, I praying someone has a like big bet.
Ha.
Then I just like just
Okay.
yeah,
So how
that
much was
was
that
easy.
for?
That was
How much
easy.
was that for? Like 5 grand or something? 10 grand?
10K.
10K. Wow. Okay. So you hit the bad beat jackpot. Is that what made you start playing 5-5?
I already playing 5-5 for like a month
Oh.
already.
Okay.
But like that one like that one built my bankroll, I guess.
Yeah. All right. And is that the same month you started earning for the free roll, or was that later?
No, that was later. That was like that was the Baby jackpot happened in 2023 August, and then the first tournament I played is 2024 March.
Okay.
It was like half a year, let's say.
Jeez. Okay. So you play your first tournament series, the win and the green. You cash a couple times here. You play the circuit immediately
Yes,
following. You almost win a ring, like almost immediately in that bounty event. All right. Then it looks
yes,
like you went
almost.
to the World Series. Did you just go? I only see one World Series cash that summer.
Yeah,
Did you?
I went back to China for vacation, and then after that, I just like I came back to US. But that was the end of the series. I already missed the main event, but
Mm,
I never wanted to play the main event because I only started playing tournament for like half a year.
right. Right.
So I just want to say like I want to get a test. I want to get a taste of the like
Mm-hmm.
WSOP the summer. So I played the 7-7 lucky seven. I also played the closer.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the only two events I've played.
And you cashed one of them. So great job there.
Yeah, I catch well.
Um,
Okay.
did you play any poker in China?
Not really. No, no, I
It's
didn't.
tougher to find a game over there, huh?
Yeah, I mean it's in gray area.
Tougher. It's a little harder.
There's some like prestigious like events like tournaments like CPG in Hainan, but I don't know. I don't play back in China.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Okay. So there. Was that second place at the circuit event? Was that when the tournaments really got their claws into you? Is that when you were hooked, or are you not hooked yet, or were you already hooked?
I was hooked. I was hooked because like that one was live streamed, so that was a very
Yeah,
good experience.
it's cool.
So you got on the stream, you got second place, and
I
you won 30
I
grand
was really close. I that's way more because like the
plus
bounty is
plus
about 25K,
plus
so
the
I
bounty. Wow.
cash close to 60K. Yeah, that was like the first place was also 60K, so we were pretty close. But yeah,
Okay, yep. So that part of the story is familiar. You got your big score. You're hooked, hooked for life on tournaments. Got it. Um, now you come back, you play the World Series, you cash, and then you get fourth place at the next bike series, at the next mini Mega Millions. You get fourth place.
yes.
What was that like?
I believe that was like I played the day one. I got the very big stack into day two. That I stayed all the way to day three, and then I feel like and we went to the final table. That was like that was unbelievable, and I ran pretty good. But I got bluffed during the in the middle. But like I got an ace jack against ace nine, like fully double up, and then like on tilt me. Then to the final four. That was a tough table. Like we played the six handed for like 2 hours, and then down to the final four, and then I lost a big flip. And we didn't all the way. We didn't even bought up like for chopping. It's because the first place Johnny, he's an England guy. I don't think he's a pro. I don't think he ever wanted to chop.
Oh, Johnny Bowers.
So yeah,
He's quite good. Yeah,
yes, yes,
he's
yes,
he's actually, I guess he's
PLO.
more of a PLO guy, but he was
Yeah.
crushing it for a
yeah,
while
he's
here
PLO
in
guy.
these two. Oh, and
Yes,
Salzburg got sixth in
yes,
that, I see.
yes.
Yep. Yep, that is tough. No, John's definitely a good player. So no, there was no talk of chop at
Yeah,
all.
that was a tough table. I mean, yeah,
All right. All right.
I played. Yeah, that's the place where I actually started to consider like ICM those stuff, like to study those stuff.
ICM stuff.
So
Wow. So I I mean at this point you've only been playing poker for barely 2 years. I think let's circle back around to this, but we are definitely gonna have to cover what exactly you did to get so good so fast at poker. But let's finish up kind of the history here, or at least let's finish up this timeline. Since it's so quick, we can actually do it. So you're playing these series. It looks like you kind of had like a kind of like an average kind of run for you for a while, but then World Series comes around. You got to play the main event this year.
yes, I did.
Main event for the
Yeah,
first
I
time.
mean,
Yep.
it's my first time. It's actually always my dream to play the main event. That was like the most famous, like one of the most important game
Yeah.
of everybody in the whole year.
Yep.
And then I ran pretty good in day two. Day two, yeah, I got like I hit like set for like four times. And
Wow.
I got like my chip stack was like the top 400 at that time.
Nice.
By the end of day two. But like for day three and day four, I played pretty cautiously because I really wanted to cash.
Ah.
And I did sell some shares of myself, of my stack, and then I don't want my investors to lose like to
Ah.
lose. I
Ah.
just I
This is actually why I don't sell action and swap because it actually changes the way that I play. That's like a big reason why I don't do
yeah
it.
yeah yeah because like I really play pretty cautiously because like it's my first time playing and it's a big event, and I just like soft bubbled the LAPC main event for like the 10K main event. I just don't want me to to bubble again, so I just like
Yep.
play pretty
But I see you
cautiously,
did
and that's
cash.
why yeah
Yep.
I did.
You got 11.99. So that must have felt good. Get cash in your very first World Series, right? I
Yes,
got
that's pretty good.
I got lucky and also cashed my first main event a couple years ago. So no, how that feels. It's definitely huge. This feels awesome. So were you at the World Series for a lot of events, or did you just go up to play the main?
Just the main.
Just the
I
main?
didn't play much after that. Yes.
Oh, okay. Okay. I was gonna ask you how your summer was, but it sounds like you didn't play a lot up there. Just went up for the main. That's awesome. And then you come back and you get third place at one of the at the 100K one day event here at the bike, and it turns out that's just a warm up to this event. So it really seems like the bike is kind of the bike is kind of your home turf here. I mean, you're
Lucky
gonna have
place.
to fight with
Yeah.
Mark for like runs best at the bike. It looks like if you can get another banner on the wall, there's gonna be a definite case to be made that you may be the actual bike end boss and not Mark if you can get another banner on the wall, man. um, so that's awesome. So yeah, I kind of want to go back. So what is it you would say that's been the key to you being able to be so successful so quickly? Because there's a lot of people who play who've been watching. There's a lot of people who just have been doing been playing and grinding for decades, haven't had the success you've had in this short time. What do you think? There's anything that has really helped you become or be successful? And also,
I
what is
think
your
I like
just in general? After that, I guess just what's your general what have you done, right? So.
I feel like I watching lots of like videos, and then I did like study many like players like there's vloggers like Chinese vloggers like English vloggers, and they have like the video for like 40 minutes like to detail to illustrate their like opinions playing like their mindset of playing the poker. And then there's one really good channel called like made by Winamax, or like
Yeah.
the Inside the Mind of Pros,
Oh,
and
those are
like
great
they're talking
series.
about like yeah, they're talking about like they're recording like Andre Mateos, and then like
Hmm.
those European pros that like that's a really good. And then there's some like Chinese very good like YouTubers like there's some really good like Chinese like poker players like suddenly blooming out like recently, and then they are like doing vlogs and TikToks everywhere. So I studied their like this style, and then also watched tons of like Triton like the videos recordings. So that's really helpful. You just feel like, and then play and try to like mocking them to play. I feel like that's my way.
Really? How are you getting, because you mentioned ICM, right? So if you just watch videos
Yeah.
of people playing, you just watch final tables, like the commentators will mention that sort of stuff. But like, how have
Mm.
you felt like, how did you get a really strong grasp of just like the basics, right? The foundational stuff just from watching
Oh,
vloggers and playing, right?
I also do like GTO Wizard and do like builds on it. So I study that and play that as well. So I feel like that's also helpful. So that's
Yeah.
basically the
Interesting.
way I study.
Okay.
The drills are a great way to learn. It actually sounds like
Yeah,
you're a
yeah,
person that's more watching vloggers talk through hands, and I would say even inside the mind of a pro, it's not like them like Adrian Mateo's giving you a lesson. He's literally just talking through hands and
Hmm.
like giving examples of how he thinks. And then if you're just using the drills in GTO Wizard and just instead of just sitting there like trying to ram through sims all the time, it feels like you're a little bit more of a practical learner. And I'm kind of the same way. Like sometimes I just get bored sitting through like a 30-minute video of somebody running through GTO Wizard and try to
yeah.
explain hands to me. But then if I'm watching somebody give commentary, like kind of final table or something like that, that's much more interesting to me, and I do learn better that way.
Yeah. No, that's really interesting. I find, watching final tables, right, and just doing drills kind of unfocusedly can help me in certain, like, you recall certain spots, but I find it harder to put together kind of the concepts that way, if that makes sense, right? Like I think personally I like to learn the concepts at a high level and see how they apply down to the actual drills. And it sounds like you kind of go the opposite way. You want to do it like Derek says, you want to do it all. You want to see each situation and live through the situation, and then it kind of filters up. So that's really cool. I have another question, man. These Chinese vloggers you watch, you say you watch a lot of vloggers, listen to the way
Yes.
they play. If someone told me they did that and they were watching all the English speaking vloggers, I would start drooling and say, you must be absolutely awful, because I can't think of two vloggers that speak English that are worth watching and you would learn how to play. Maybe some of the internet guys, because I don't watch any of the internet ones, but like all of the ones I've
Yeah.
seen that do vlogs for YouTube, and it's like, let's go to a casino. Oh, we got
Yeah.
jacks here. We got jiggities. How are we going to play? It's like,
Yeah.
oh, this is great. This
More
guy sucks.
more of the obscure Euros
Right?
actually are very, very good. But yeah, I would
Yeah.
think a lot of the American ones aren't
So
great.
like, are you saying, so these Chinese vloggers, are they playing online and watching, I'd imagine, or like,
No, they're like there are like two. There's one really good bracelet winner called like William Koo. He's a champion of last year's WSOP 6 Max event. So he was like doing tons of vlogs, and then they're starting another person like called like Maoren Ji. He actually he's a winner of the last year's like $800 event.
Wow.
Then he also plays Triton recently. He really posts good stuff on the internet.
And
Like
they've
I feel like Chinese vloggers are more like theoretical and more like breaking into hands and
oh,
talking
okay.
to you like how they think behind the like each like hand.
Oh, that's cool.
That's really like yeah, that's really inspired me.
So,
And also there's also a Taiwanese vlogger. His name is like Little Six. Six Back Poker, like he's also really good. He plays like tournaments before. He got like an EPT idol like internet studio or something. So yeah.
oh, that's cool. Yeah. I wish there was some more content like that. I think Derek can attest to this. I think the editing side of doing that kind of thing is just so difficult. If you're not playing online where everything's just laid out for you, the editing side is
Yeah,
just so time consuming.
yeah, it's very
Um,
hard.
and
Yes.
yeah, but and the I feel like I don't know. I feel like at least the American audience just doesn't have the attention span for actual good thoughts behind what's going on. Because just when you watch what's out there and what gets popular, like I feel like Derek and I would love watching someone actually think through and talk through real thoughts. In a real in-depth way where you could actually learn from 'em. But what you see in the vlogs is just like, oh, this guy, let's do it in a way that's clippable. Oh, that guy, I raised him twice. He's mad at me. He's drinking. Oh, la, la, la. It's like, what are we learning here, guys? So that's awesome. Wow. And so just from doing that, I mean, I have to think you've been consuming, at least in those first couple of years, a massive amount of stuff in order to level up because even just watching a really good person talking through their hands, most people's poker tuition period, right, is much longer than say a half a year before they can start being a winning cash player, before they can start winning tournaments, right? So like, what kind of time commitment would you say that you spent kind of growing and learning, right? Were you putting in like 10 hours a week? Were you putting in like 30 hours a week watching these guys studying? Were you sitting there and was this just like did you stop watching everything else for a while? Like no, you fall behind in all your TV shows, that kind of thing?
I feel like I always wanted to watch like videos, watch something when I have lunch or have dinner. Like in the past 2 years, I feel like poker is like the main topic. And then during the weekends, I play tons of like tournaments starting from like last year March. It was like I basically I didn't travel a lot, so in the weekends I just like went to apply for conference to play tournaments. So I feel like I don't have like exact time amount to count, but I feel like I did putting tons of hours in that so that I can getting better. Then like I think for me like the most important thing is like to to replay hands that you played like for today if there's something wrong. I just like to put into the GTO to see if there's any other optimal method approach. I feel like to replay like whatever you play today is really important.
Yeah, it's really impressive. It's really impressive to be able to do that kind of on your own almost, right? Kind of self-directed study,
Yes.
doing it.
Mm.
That's really cool. Um, I
So
think
what were the
Derek can
biggest
relate.
leaks?
Yeah.
Yeah, what are the biggest leaks you think that you plugged from learning GTO?
Again,
What are the biggest leaks that you think you plugged learning GTO?
Yeah, like going back and putting it into GTO
biggest
Wizard.
Like leaks,
biggest leaks.
Yeah.
yeah, like things that you were doing wrong. Like what were the biggest things that you fixed that you think?
Oh, I feel like uh biggest fix. I feel like before because I'm a cash player, so sometimes I threw bet light. So that's something. No,
Mm.
I always wanted to like to end the game quick pre-flop, but I feel like playing post-flop in the tournament is pretty important.
Yes.
So I feel like that's something that I did learn from the GTO.
He's a cash
Yeah,
player.
optimal.
He's a
Yeah,
cash
optimal
player.
three bet strategy is is it's right. Like in cash games, when you watch a
Yeah,
cash game
because like
streams,
because
geez, they go
before
crazy.
like in cash game like I always threw bet ace queen something like that, but sometimes like in this year's WSOP Main I flatted ace queen and then that was a big thought that I won because I flatted.
Yeah, and also in cash games too, you're also typically a little bit more
Yeah,
deep stacked,
yep.
especially in middle stages of tournaments. So yeah, definitely learning how to flatter, downsize your bet raising and everything is important.
I just want to point out that you were a cash player for less than a year before switching over to tournaments, right?
So really,
Right.
really, were you really a cash gamer?
Yeah. I just don't know if that counts if you play. Most people when they say I'm a cash player, they played cash for like 20 years and they've been
Yeah,
playing tournaments
yeah.
for like 3 years. I don't know if this
You're you're
counts.
you're a tournament player.
um
Well, do you actually still play a lot of cash these days?
Not really, not really,
Yeah.
because I just feel like I can't adjust. Like I can't find the balance between it. If I play too much cash, I'll be too aggressive in the tournament. If I play too much tournament, I'll be suddenly be a nit in the cash game.
Yeah, that's the same thing. I say people just don't believe me. They're just like, I don't understand why you can't. I'm just also why I don't like do that many mixed games because not only because I don't have time to like learn them all, but I just feel like I have to keep switching my brain.
Yeah.
And when I'm just
Yeah,
very
that's
focused
right.
on one thing, I do that thing better.
Yep. No, for sure. For sure it's hard to stay focused in every area.
Yeah.
One other thing I wanted to ask you is, so when you play live, when you're playing these tournaments, and in these pictures that Frank has of you, right? You are always wearing the mask, that COVID era mask, even now. Is that
Yes.
is that for health reasons, or is that for poker mouth tell reasons?
Before it's because of COVID, because like when I started like playing cash, there's still some like COVID stuff like going on,
Mm-hmm.
and I slowly realized I mumble a lot in the play. I'm a person who mumble a lot like in the daily life. Like even I'm taking showers, I mumble a lot. So like sometimes I don't want people to know exactly. Sometimes I can accidentally like talk out like what I have on my hands, so I don't want people to hear that. So that's like that's like I know like current reason. But that's like feel like that's why I always will wear
Interesting.
a mask.
You know what? I've heard that something like 20 or 30% of the population don't have an internal monologue. Are you one of those people where you can't like talk inside your own brain?
I can't I
That's
can't talk.
crazy. It's crazy.
I can only talk to myself like speak it out. I don't know what's going on with me. That's
Well, I don't know. How many languages do you speak, Stephen?
Mandarin and English. That's all.
Just the two? Okay, okay. I was wondering. I'm like, maybe if you like speak like too many languages, it's just too hard to think of
Oh
which
yeah,
one.
it could be. Yeah.
Maybe your brain's just like, I don't know what to say, so you're just gonna have to. uh, interesting. All right, because when I heard that it might be for poker tell reasons, I'm like, man, unless he like, because like you said, there's a lot of people I know when they're like reading something, they'll move their mouth, they'll like lip it. I'm like, unless he's like sometimes just says his hand or something. I don't know why you would need a mask, but I guess if you do actually
Actually did.
sometimes just yeah, you sometimes say things or think, okay, okay, I understand, I understand. That is probably better than doing that all the time, right? So I get it, I get it. I was all ready to have a debate with you about whether live tells are really that important, but I guess if you're actually talking about what if you're actually saying things like, "Geez, I
your
got a
thoughts.
bluff catcher here. I wonder what I should do." Maybe you should.
Yeah,
What should I do? What should I do with aces?
Actually did say that.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, I know if I'm sitting right next to you, I need to be quiet and pay extra close attention. Turn the ears up, then, to see if I can get anything off you.
Might be. Might be.
Nice. Okay. So you just got that. You're gonna have a banner up forever. What's next, man? What are
It's
your
gonna be there
goals
forever.
here? What?
Uh, I mean, like, not. I love the game, so that's like not much of a goal that I'm thinking of. But I feel like it's really feels pretty nice to have a banner in bicycle because like I don't know it's gonna be there forever to be honest.
Yeah, they're gonna
'Cause,
run out of
like
wall space eventually, right? They
I always look
that's
around and I think
that's what
about
I'm
when they're
talking
going to
about.
run out of space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I not sure, but like I feel like it's am I the first Chinese to ever have a banner in there?
I don't know. There's a lot of
No,
Vietnamese guys.
no.
I doubt it. I doubt it. We will have to go back and look, but I
Uh,
doubt it.
yeah, I saw lots of Vietnamese, but I didn't see a Chinese name, so I just
Um. Well, what's Charlie do? Is he Chinese? What's he from?
I feel like
I
Charlie
don't
might
see.
be Chinese.
Oh
Anyways,
really?
yeah, I think there's probably one or two up
There
there.
has to be. If I had to bet, I would
I
say
would
that
bet
there is
there
at
is. I
least.
bet there is.
Yeah, there has to be one.
But
Yeah.
like I don't have all of them
Okay.
memorized. So, but yeah, I think Charlie might be. Yep. But not as many, like you said, not as many as some of the other groups there. So that's fun. And yeah, so is your goal? Do you have goals of simply trying to get better, or like you got your sights set on circuit ring next, or the bracelet next, or just whatever comes? Are you gonna go to World Series Paradise? Are you gonna go to WPT in the winter? What's in your poker future?
Oh, I feel like my ultimate goal, like if I'm speaking for poker, like I wanted to play Triton one time. Not the 100K main event, but like sometimes like they have like 25K the WPT
I
global
think I
slam
just heard
that
they're
Friday.
running for the first time. What are they calling it? Like a Triton One or Prime or something? Which
Only
are
one? Yeah, they have like 5K buying stuff,
right?
but like, I want to play that. Like, yeah, that's basically my goal. I wanted to, step in the field and to, to play with like the best players in the world. That's my, that's my ultimate goal.
Okay. Okay. The nice thing about poker is that if your goal is something like that, all it takes is money. But and if you keep playing at the bike, you're gonna have those bullets ready to go pretty soon. It feels like. What about personally? What are you up to personally? Would you have any goals come up personally that will slow you down or will help you out in your poker you know
Uh,
pursuits?
I mean, I feel like uh, not much. I feel like poker just like something that I'm like my hobby, and I can spend the spare time to do that. And then in the meantime, it kind of helps me to make some money. So that's like a win-win. I feel like, oh yeah, I guess like it's always good if your hobby is not like consuming, but like instead you can earning somebody. So
Yeah.
that's always good.
Yeah, most hobbies are pretty expensive. I know. I used to. This is a
Yes,
Magic the
yes.
Gathering shirt. I used to spend a lot of money on that. There's a. um, I mean, sports too. Those things,
Yeah.
skiing, all that stuff. So expensive.
Oh,
Very cool. So yeah, I mean, I'm excited to see you out there in the felt and keep killing it here. Do you have anything or any messages you wanted to get out before we started to wrap this up? Or Derek, was there anything I missed you wanted to throw out there? I can turn over the interview to you if you had some more to say.
no, this is great.
I think that's all for me as well.
Okay. All right. Well, once again, thank you so much for coming on, Steven. It's been really a pleasure.
Thank you guys.
It'd be cool. It'd be fun now, more fun to see you out at the tables now that we can put a face behind the mask, and now we'll know to look out. And now I know. Before we weren't sure about you, but now I know you've only been playing for a couple of years. Nothing to worry about. I just just call you a noob and just move on. It's fine. How good can this kid be? Talks to himself at the table. He's only been playing for 3-4 years, whatever. No, congratulations. Your success has been
good
really
job,
great,
man.
man. It's been really awesome to see. And yeah, hopefully as soon as my new son here is sleeping through the night, or as soon as I got a hall pass, I'll see you out there at the tables there. But in the meantime, you gotta just keep getting through Derek and Frank, and yeah, thanks for coming on the show, and hopefully we'll have you on again
Thank you
for
having
your
me.
second banner.
Helpful. Thank you guys.
Thanks, Steven. Congrats again, buddy.
All right. So that is most recent mini mega winner, Mr. Stephen Ma. So like I said, he seemed like he came out of nowhere because he really did. I mean, wow. 3 years, like he just started playing during COVID, and it wasn't even didn't sound like he started playing seriously. He started playing with some friends. I don't know if he started watching the vloggers then or what, but his buddy dragged him to Commerce, and somehow he beat the rake right away. Helps to hit a bad beat jackpot. That's
Yeah,
pretty
I think some
crazy.
people just have like a natural instinct for the game,
Mhm.
and maybe Steven's one of those people. We'll see. We'll see how this keeps going with him.
Yeah. I think being in finance probably helped, especially if he's doing anything
Yeah.
there involving risk and involving weighing those kinds of things. So usually there's a lot of recruiting that goes on in the opposite direction, so that kind of thing. So very cool. Well, I'm sure we're going to see a lot more big things from Steven, especially if he keeps running that way, man. Pulls the biggest bounty, gets second place in like his
Yeah,
fifth term
seriously.
ever. Like, wow. Whew, that will definitely get you hooked. That will definitely get you hooked on events, on tournaments. Never going back to the cash pits of commerce ever again.
Right.
All right. So let's jump over and do some results. Our number one field reporter has been out there in the trenches working hard. Last week when we reported on the mini mega, or what's that last week? It had just wrapped up. We didn't have a lot of results. There is Steven in action. So we have, I think we just barely covered the final table that time. We have a couple other results up here on the Instagram post from Frank. So go ahead and check those out. Other folks who finished pretty high here. We had Mr. Scandiari came in 13th. Jinwoo Kim came in 15th. Mark LeBlanc 20th. Samuel Giospen 21st. Julie Dang 20th. And then Mark Weinstein right off his win of the Big Four, or is that what they called it? The Big Four? Yeah. He came in 29th. And, Mr. Humpkins 30th and Heiser in 37th. So nicely. Oh, and Derek finished in 46th. I believe we covered that. He told us his stories. So congrats to all of the good finishers there. So since then, we also had a number of mixed game events. So let's cover those. Also, we had the Beast, which is Badugi, Stud, 8 or better, Ace to 5, Stud, and Deuce to 7, triple draw. So that had 39 entries, and Mr. Michael Casella got another win. So he won number 13 Beast, and he won the 260 Super Stack. So is that 3 wins now? Why is he holding a 2 up if he got 3 wins? No, second. He won all these. I don't know. He's got too many of these trophies. I don't know what he's going to do with them all. At least they're not as big as the other guys. But congratulations, Mr. Casella, for first place. Second place, Michael Simhai. Third place, David Margolis. Fourth place, Chris K. And fifth place, Mr. Hambone, Jeremy Haney.
Here we go.
Let's
go, Jer.
Now, you better... It's a good thing we have this documented, because there's some people out there like Mr. Kessler who wouldn't believe it to hear that Mr. Casella here has won 3 trophies in one series now. He may not count them all if we didn't have this documented. There's been some Twitter arguments back and forth. If we were an East Coast poker show, we might talk about that. All right, more mixed games. The 5th Heroes Tournament of Legends of Poker had 38 entries, and it ended in a 3-way chop between Ramon Roshin, George Alba, and the chip leader, Mr. Wissam, or Sam Gashan. So congratulations, Sam, for getting that trophy and almost $5,000. Congratulations to those 3 for the chop. 4th place was David Agarwal. 5th place, Susan Kane. And 6th place, Paul Liu.
Congrats, everyone.
Is Sam currently playing in the Heads Up tournament? The Frank is hosting the LA Poker Roundup Heads Up tournament right now. Is he currently in a round, or is he already gone? Was he?
I think he might be in my bracket.
Oh, he's in your bracket, so he's not going until later. Okay, all right. Well, look out, he's got some momentum.
Yeah.
All right. Event number 28, the 300K guarantee bike, the mini quantum in between the megas. Now, this event just barely made its guarantee. It hit it exactly on the old LAPC or something like crazy, but welcome back, William. He takes home 61,000 in a no chop situation. Second place was George Adjamoglian. Third place, Corey Brass. Fourth place, James Silo. I'm sorry for saying your name wrong.
I think it's Sileo.
I was going to say, that's why I was hesitating. In my head, I thought this was much... Yeah, I thought this flowed better. So James Sleo, James is having one heck of a couple of weeks here. He final tabled the Park West Classic. Now he's 4th place in this guy, and I think he had another good result in between. So way to go, James. Love to see it. 5th place, Antonio Gomez. 6th place, Mark LeBlanc. 7th place, Nisar Karashi. That's Nick, I believe. 8th place, Naor Cohen, and 9th place, Jinwoo Kim. Now, unfortunately, being a quantum does not count for our player of the year because there's just too many variables involved for me to figure out what appropriate points would be. So that's good news for everyone else, because if Nick with this final table would have gotten even bigger bump, and because Nick here is currently on top of our player of the year race after the first 16 events of the Legends Poker. So
yeah, he's off to a good start.
Yep, he sure is. Didn't hurt that we played a no chop event and he ended up heads up with all of the chips so that he got that win. Um, Event 31 was a 100K guaranteed deep stack that started at 130 because of that Quantum Day 2. This was a little questionable, just the scheduling of it, because that sort of event, that sort of timing meant, well, I mean, it didn't end until about 5 a.m. And at 5 a.m., the final 4 players chopped. So that's a little rough. I mean, staffing-wise, player-wise, it's a little rough, 5 a.m. But at the end of the day, or at the end of the morning, the final 4 got that chop. So congratulations to Tony Wynn getting the 4th place chop for a little over 15 grand. 3rd place, John Gillis, a little over 17 grand. 2nd place, Artak Babian for almost 18,000. And in 1st place, in the picture, Andrew Cha, just shy of 19,000 in the chop. Congratulations. Great win, guys. Great endurance. I mean, 5 a.m. That's, I definitely can't do that now. I've been going to bed at like, I go to bed right after the show, man. I go to bed by 10 o'clock now, before. Rest of the final table, 5th place, Mike Scandiari, man. That guy, he is definitely bicycle royalty. 6th place, speaking of bicycle royalty, Paul Chowderson. 7th place, Yu Wei Zhang. 8th place, Shi Hang Zhao. 9th place, Brian Nissenholtz. And that is the final table. A couple other notable finishes. Kove Weisai got 51st. Mo, who no longer does much tournament directing but helps out a little bit and just plays now, 49th. Christopher K, 48th. Albin Bayo, 46th. Michael Casella, who got all those other trophies, 39th, which is funny. 39th is how many people were in the last event he won. Let me skip ahead here. We got Mike Danley, 37th. Beth Hall, 34th. Tianyi Mu. Is that supposed to be Ma? Is that another? Is that our boy? 17th. David Chong.
There's a Mu. There's a different Mu.
There is a Mu. There's a Tianyi Mu and a Tianyi Ma. Okay.
Yep.
And Hector Alvarado in 12th. And Franklin, just missing the final table, 10th place. But that should get him a lot of points and comfortably put him ahead of Derek in the Player of the Year race.
I'm eating it right now. And also we only have... Actually, no, I guess we have some of the 1 days left. I think I'm actually going to start avoiding some of the 1 days unless I just busted something. So I'm probably not going to be able to accumulate points till at least the Commerce Series.
The Commerce Series. All right. Yeah, if you don't play the 1 days, you're at a bit of a disadvantage. But, I'm at a bit of a disadvantage this year as well. So, we're in the same boat.
Yeah, I feel like there's just like life equity for me not playing because I just get so tilted playing those things. Jeez.
Gotcha. All right, so the next day, it had the regular 11 a.m. start time. They ran event 32, the 75K guaranteed super stack. This had 328 entries, and it ended in a 4-way chop, but this one ended, more around 132 or so. So congratulations to this 4-way chop. 4th place, Andrew Lavender for 11,000. 3rd place, Jeremy Ivula for also 11,000, 11.5. 2nd place, Leah Nimi for almost 15,000. And in 1st place, in the picture, Vetus Hekimyan for 16,500. Congratulations and the trophy. Vetus is apparently a chef, going to be playing a lot more now. He wants to play more, and this will definitely help. That little bump will help him get in the game. And apparently, his girlfriend was rallying him through the entire event, so it's a good thing he won, or he may have been in some trouble, making her stay there till 2 in the morning. So congrats to those 4. In 5th place, Rocky Lee. 6th place, John Mergridich. 7th place, Andrew Banoob. 8th place, Matthew Panzera. And 9th place, George Alba. So congratulations to that final table. Some other folks who finished high. Wait, that's weird. All right. Frank put them in interesting order here, but we've got in 12th, we had Aaron Zhang. In 15th, Sean Gill. You got Jesse finishing in 24th. Mo in 32nd. Mo's been cashing these 1 days big time, it looks like. Kove 58.
Yeah, Mo's all of a sudden, I was actually making fun of him because he sat down and I was like, "What, you just retire and become a no limit hold'em player?"
Yeah, right. Just got to play everything. And then we got Fuck Win in 19th. That'll give him some nice points. He's doing well in our Player of the Year in the early fast start here as well. So congratulations to everybody in that event. And I think, yep, that is the last one we have so far. This is from last year. I thought we have a post. Let me refresh. I thought we had a post. Maybe it's a story. I thought we had a post about yes, we do, about the new Player of the Year. So let's just quick check on that. So this is through 16 events. I have the Player of the Year updated up until event 16. That's the last one that we have results for in Hendon. So currently, and what Frank's pointing out here is, as we announced before, when there is a chop, the points are going to be allocated the way MSPT does. So when there is a chop, for instance, a 4-way chop like we talked about, all 4 of the remaining players who chopped will get 4th place points. So getting points, if you want points, you have to play it out further now. That is how our scoring system will work after Derek's 2 or 3, 9, and 10-way chops for first place. Just couldn't take it anymore. Had to make a change. So right now, Nick Qureshi is at the top of our Player of the Year race with just over 1,000 points, followed by Nam Kim, Hui Win, and Mark Weinstein, all around the 700-something point range. The next big grouping here, we have all in the 600s down to the top 10. Daniel Preciado, Dylan Wynn, Fuck Win, Mark Ross, Jeremy Mintz, and Oganez Merkichian. That is our top 10. Other names in this first page here. I have slipped into 22nd place with my second place. We have Safia Umarova at 20th. We got Corey Brass at 27th. We've got Larry down here at 34th. Let's see, how many pages did he put? He probably put a lot here. Let's find Frank. We got Kwok Lee. He had an early start last time. He's down here at 46. And we've got Mark Fiorentino in 60th. So, a lot of the usual suspects in here. And we're going to get a lot of movement on this for the first couple months of it as people kind of start to accumulate their points and we start to get a little stability. So every event's going to count big time in the early going. And hopefully, there's Derek, 72nd, with currently 288 points. So hopefully this will shake out just like before with a kind of just a who's who list of all the regs and all the people who have been performing. And, good luck to everyone who decides to chase this thing, including Derek, who got, he seemed a little bit sore. You seemed a little upset last year that you weren't able to take home the trophy.
Yeah, I was a bit irritating. Yeah, I mean, kudos to freaking Frank and Alvin, man. Jeez, what are years ahead?
It was pretty impressive for Frank to pull ahead right there, right?
Yeah. I mean, he that Commerce series with Frank was just absurd.
Yeah, I mean, that was quite a run for the age, and he had a chance in the very last event. If he ships the very last event, he could have still taken over. That's crazy because he was, you and Alvin were fairly far ahead of him for pretty much the whole time, and then he just comes out of nowhere. So, yeah. All right. So speaking of the Commerce Hold'em series, actually everything I have left on the schedule for today is kind of starting to be this weekend. I mean, it's already Labor Day weekend, isn't it?
Yeah, we are right there.
Yeah. So that means, I guess this counts as the roundup. All right. So as I was saying, this weekend, the Commerce Hold'em series starts. If you are having trouble seeing the schedule, it was really annoying to me when I went to the website and I clicked the link to go here from the website. This schedule did not load, but if you hit reload, then it loaded for me. So if you go to the page and you're not seeing the schedule, try hitting reload. Maybe that will work. I don't know why, but sometimes it just didn't load. So this weekend, the Commerce Hold'em series starts, and they start on Monday, which I have to think Saturday and Sunday will be their regular daily events. Last couple times to get points for the free roll happening, which I believe is next week. Yeah, for the next week free roll. So this Labor Day is a big one. It's the 100K guarantee one day, the type of tournament we all love. Now they start at 10 a.m. That means it'll end a little earlier, and maybe it means the structure could be different, could be better. I don't know. I haven't looked at the structure sheet, but it does start at 10 a.m. And I do believe you get 30,000 in chips. They do not have the structure out, but the chip. No, they're not listed. I think that's what it is. We'll have to see. I don't have the structures here. And then at 4 p.m., they're doing Series Package Mega Satellite. This is a great value, especially if you're going to be playing everything. It's got entries into all the one entry into like every different buy-in of event, and they're guaranteeing 10 packages. So this Labor Day is going to be a big day over at Commerce. The rest of the week, a variety of tournaments, including seniors. We talked about this before. Something I want to point out that I didn't notice when we talked about this schedule before, I did point out that there seemed to be a lot of 100K guarantee one days, but there's even more than I thought. I thought they were just on Saturdays, but if you look at next week, September 6th, there's that 100K one day. On Sunday, that XL Bounty is also a 100K guarantee. That's impressive. XL Bounty, 100K guarantee on a Sunday. That kudos for that, because the bike never tries to do a 100K guarantee on a Sunday after doing a Saturday one. So I like it. I hope we turn out for that. I will not be able to turn out for all these the way I would in the past, but I really hope the community does, because man, that's huge.
I mean, I feel like all the Sundays break 100K, so it shouldn't be a problem, really.
I hope so. But yeah, I had not noticed that before. So there's that one. And then if you look down, the next time they have a weekend, it's the same thing. They're doing on the 20th, they have that Saturday 100K one day. But then on Sunday, they're doing the exact same thing. They're doing a Sunday special one day 100K guarantee, same buy-in, same start time.
Nice.
So actually, the start time's a little earlier, which I like. I do like that. So it's 11 a.m. on the 20th, and then on Sunday it's at 10 a.m. So there's a chance the structure's a little different, but like Sunday, start earlier. I got work on Monday, you know?
Yeah, there are trophies for everything, like $150 nightcap.
Yep. Every
$25 bonus got a trophy.
Yep. Every single numbered event has a trophy. So that's pretty much everything but the satellites. They're going to give away 40 trophies. So hopefully they look awesome. And I still haven't seen any details about this player of the series. So when we show up and, when we show up to play the first one, we'll have to take a look and get those details, because I'm curious what it is. I won't be able to grind for it, but I'm really curious what it actually is and what the other thing is, what the prizes are. Oh, and when we're done with the roundup, remind me one other thing to bring up is the whole chip fiasco, or the whole chip mix-up, quote-unquote, typo for the 300K, but we'll come back to that.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Actually, we can talk about it now, because I'm coming to the bike. So the bike this week, Labor Day and all, this is all about the Mega Millions. So we are in the last week of the bikes series, which means it's all about the Mega Millions. Those flights started on Sunday. They started this Sunday, and day one flights carry on through next Sunday, right alongside the day two, which is next Sunday, and on Monday. Monday is also the other day two, the day 2B. So their day 2B is Labor Day. So if you're looking for the biggest game in town, it will be the Mega Millions. If you're playing Saturday, Sunday, or if you're playing Sunday and Monday and you want the biggest tournament, you come and you play the Mega Millions. If you want to try to play everything, you bag up your day 1A on Sunday, and then you can come and play the one day on Monday over at Commerce. So that would be the optimal way to do it. So they have their day twos, and on Monday they are going to run a single day tournament, Super Stack, 30K guarantee, 50K in chips. It's going to be a smaller event running alongside that Mega Millions day two. So that is what's happening over at the bike. And then I did want to mention that 300K, like I said, it just barely made its guarantee. Going into the final day, they were a bit nervous. I think they only had a prize pool currently at like 80 grand or 75,000, right? Going into the day twos.
Yeah, and they just squeaked in there.
Yeah.
Hey, I see here that the buy-ins for day one is $600. Has that always been that high?
600 and 300?
Yeah. Is that right? For the mega?
I feel like that's pretty normal.
Okay.
Maybe
I don't know why I felt like
maybe an extra $20 or $30.
No, I felt like it was lower, but maybe I don't know why.
I think you're thinking the mini. The mini is
I'm probably
200,
I'm probably thinking the mini, but I don't know why this number feels high to me. I guess I'm just having a brain fart.
Yeah. We can check. I mean, the history's there. You can go look, but I think you're thinking of the mini. But yeah, so for that 300K guarantee, they had advertised a certain chip stack for coming in at day two, when the day two buy-in. And this one was a different one. It wasn't the full average stack for day two buy-in. This day two buy-in was at a percentage of the average stack. So the average stack going into day two was going to be, let's see, let me find one of the day ones. 300K guarantee. So the average stack going into day two was going to be 300K. And the day 2 buy-in stack was going to be, according to the structure sheet, $1,400, and you are going to get, oh, they already fixed it here too, 210K in chips, but I think originally it had been 180K in chips is what they wrote. So during the day 1 flights, during the middle, like one of the later day 1 flights, it said that they were changing this from 180K to 210K, and they said it was a typo in the sheets. And, you know, since it's not the straight 10X, or since it's not the straight average chip stack, you'd have to do some weird math to figure out what it's supposed to be. Or we could go back. They did run this event before. It was like the first quantum of the series where they gave you a smaller stack to start, and we mentioned that was cool and we liked it. But, you know, I did want to say to those who are watching our Instagram, we did not know what, apparently when we were filming that skit for them and put the story up, Frank wasn't sure what the skit was going to be. He thought it was going to be an actual typo, not a change in policy/structure type of announcement. So in the future, we'll make sure that we're just reposting what they post to their own because they have their own Instagram. Larry runs a great bike poker tournaments feed. I think that would be a better place to announce structure changes like that, and we'll just repost it because that was kind of weird. And honestly, I don't know. Some people like the skit. I thought it was kind of creepy. It was kind of weird. It felt like a car salesman skit, you know? Like, hey, why don't we go down to Bob's? What's this? Oh my God, this car is so shiny. It was kind of weird. I don't know. I think we should just repost. It's not really our thing. But in any event, some people were upset. Obviously, the people who played day 1s were upset, and some people were not upset. People who were going to buy into day 2. The thing that I thought was weird was I really didn't think 30K extra chips was going to impact the number of people that bought into day 2. I don't know. What is your thought? You're a day 2 buy-in kind of guy. If anything was going to make me come and play day 2, it was that there was an overlay, not that you got 30,000 more chips. It was that there could be an overlay. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think that you're gonna prevent people who are gonna buy in from buying in, but you might prevent them from firing like multiple bullets at it. You know, or maybe they wouldn't have fired as many. They might just like, you know, call it quits after like 1 or 2 or something like that.
Well, they didn't change the price. They gave you more chips. Or do you mean the day 1 buy-ins? What do you mean?
The day 2s. So if you're going to fire like, you know, let's say 3 or 4 day 2 bullets or something like that, you might not fire that 3rd or 4th one
because you get more chips.
Less chips. Well, if you were to get less chips.
Okay, so you're saying by getting more chips, you might be able to, you might incentivize more rebuys. Okay, late buys.
But I think that was your question, right? It was like, you know, would that actually make me
make you buy more? Well, right. Yeah, I was thinking of it from a point of view of I'm sitting at home on my butt. You're going to have overlay. You're trying to get me off my butt to come in and play.
Right.
30K more chips, like 210 instead of 180 isn't going to make me come down and play. It's not going to change anything. But if there's overlay, like just the fact that overlay might be a real thing, that's what's going to make me get up, right? An extra 30K is not going to do anything.
Sure.
It's not like they doubled the chips for the same price, right?
Right.
I'm trying to see. A lot of times you can only buy in. Nope, it's unlimited reentry for first 3 levels. Yep. So what you're saying is a different thought. Like you give more chips, people will late reg, so that's cool. But you could just like put an add-on.
It was kind of the same thing you're saying. Like, you know, would I get off my butt to come in if there were like less chips or more chips? And I think I would just go in regardless, right?
Right.
But then I just might not fire as many if it was less chips.
Yeah. If you're trying to hit overlay, I guess firing more times is important. You know, you could do an add-on. Be like, hey, even people who got in from day 1, now you can do an add-on.
Right.
All right. But that's what's going on. Down at the bike is the Mega Millions. Everybody who plays events around LA should know the drill by now. End of the series is Mega Millions time. All right, moving over to Hollywood Park. So here at the end of August at Hollywood Park, we have their 50K Sunday special coming. So the other days are normal, but Sunday, 50K Sunday special. That is another good one to play on Sunday if you're not hunting for the biggest game in town, but you want something a little more affordable, that's not bad. It starts at 10 a.m. on Sunday. Now, I don't know what they're doing on Labor Day. I'm sure they're going to do something, but they don't post those here, so you're going to have to go in person to go find out. I'm going to need some reporters out there at Hollywood Park to tell us what the flyers say, because they don't post online until the month changes over. I'm over here at Lucky Lady, though. they actually have a lot going on this Labor Day weekend. So they have a 20K Super Stacked Sunday. They have a 20K guarantee event on Sunday. That's at 3 p.m. So Lucky Lady is always kind of a nice place to go and drown your poker misery if you bust out everything else early. Their events all start late. 3 p.m., 20K guarantee on Sunday. Awesome. Bust out the other stuff. Come on over there. Labor Day, they're having a 10K guarantee tournament at 3 p.m., which I just don't understand. It's the holiday. It's a special. Like, why is it smaller? Whatever. At least it's an event. They're having a 10K. That's cool. 3 p.m. And then they actually have announced this series for September 18th through September 28th. So they did this small series during the summer, and they're doing something similar. It looks like they're doing a. I don't understand this really. Beat the Boss. Is Liz Flint here and actively involved in the casino? Like, what is this Beat the Boss $1,000 bounty? There's no way the people have $1,000 bounty on them with $130 buy-in. So is there a celebrity bounty happening? Like, what? I don't understand.
Guess so.
Yeah, I mean, from the way I read it, Liz Flint is actively involved in the casino, is going to play, and if you knock her out, you get $1,000. So, I mean, if that's the case, cool. I just figured since Larry Flint had died recently that Liz Flint was also, in that same kind of area. But it's a whole series. They have a 20,000 guarantee and a 30,000 guarantee, which is kind of big for them for a one day. A 30,000 guarantee is one of the larger guarantees I've seen Lucky Lady do. That's going to be September 20th. And then they're going to have a 100K guarantee multi-day event at the end of September, that last week, it looks like, culminating on day 2 with on September 28th. So it's very interesting. I wonder if that's a gap in the schedule for other places or if they'll be competing. Let me see. September 28th. Let me go back. September 28th. No, that is going to be competing with the main event at Commerce. So I guess they're trying to be a more affordable alternative. Someone, you don't want to play the 1K, you play this 230. So that's reasonable. Got options around town. And then once again, moving over to the Gardens, like I pointed out last week, they're having an event this Labor Day weekend as well. It's a 25K guarantee event on Friday, taking the place of their Friday events. And then their Saturday and Sunday events will be normal. And I don't see anything announced for Labor Day that's special. So once again, I don't know who's running things at the Gardens. It's a bit of a head scratcher to me personally to run a special event that's not that big on a Friday on Labor Day weekend instead of on Labor Day or Saturday. But this is what's happening. All right. And I think that covers all the places around town.
Yeah. Big one is going to be the Mega. So get out there and play it. With any of your consternations about quantums, it's going to be 1 point. Probably it's going to be in the $2 million range is usually what they kind of get here. So going to be a big one.
Yeah, with it being a holiday weekend, I can definitely see it being big. Now, I'm not sure what's happening in Vegas, if they have a bunch of competition there. I know the past weeks they had a lot of competition with Sherpo and the Arizona State Poker Championship, so hopefully they don't have that kind of business going on to compete with them here. But with the holiday, definitely could be big. I will not be playing that one because it is like a zillion-day tournament, and I am not really about zillion-day tournaments right now. Frank looks like he agrees that Charlie Do is Chinese, so yep, that'd be second. So I am still interested. I'm going to see if I can manage to get out for a couple hours and throw a bullet into the Labor Day tournament at Commerce. So I got to try and get some points, but we'll see. I may not, I'd say it's probably a 40% chance at this point, but I'm going to give it a shot. We'll see. Maybe.
Yeah, hopefully you get there.
We'll see. All right. But we all know where Derek's going to be. Wherever the biggest guarantee is in town, that's where he is.
I'm still seeking that elusive banner.
Yep, he'd rather have the banner than the Player of the Year trophy. And you know what? Good luck to you.
Yeah.
Good luck to you.
Yep.
All right, guys. That's all we have for you this week. Once again, thank you, Steven, for coming on. It's always was a pleasure to meet you and chat with you. And that's it, guys. Maybe, just maybe, I'll see you at the tables, but probably not.
Yeah, I'll definitely see you at the tables.
All right, guys. Signing off.
Yep.